was giving Vampire Next Door. Like, he was giving Fright Night. Like, if this ain't Dracula, I don't know who is. Tetris was pretty much, first of all, he was giving Predator, he was giving Creeper. Yo, parental advisory necessary. Okay, we are exploring adult themes and adult language, and there's a vampire, and there's a knife, and there's a coked out white girl. Enter at your own risk. Why did you come to my house with a knife? We ain't carving jack-o'-lanterns. Like, why did you bring a knife? Oh, hell no. Like, it is no, y'all, it's no, this is so unreal. This is so unnatural. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I don't even know what I'm doing. I must be living under a rock because I ain't never heard of this show, The Idol. I was like, what? I got a few comments yesterday about this show, and I was like, you know what? Let me see what this is about. And I don't even know what I'm doing here. Like, this show is beyond a mess. Okay, so anybody who isn't familiar, The Idol is a HBO Max show, or Max show, whatever, about a pop star, right? And off rip, I'm just very not into the premise of the show. I just feel like been there, done that. Like, we get it. Like, famous people are miserable. Famous people are people just like us. There's a dark side to Hollywood. Everybody in Hollywood are sickos. Like, yo, we've gotten all those bullet points already. Like, we get it. And the leads for me are so uninspiring. So the main girl is Jocelyn. And first of all, that name, I'm not feeling that. That's not giving me pop star vibes. But she's just like pretty much a bargain brand Britney Spears. Like, she is just, she's giving me like second rate pop star. You know what I mean? Like, she giving me more Tinashe, less Rihanna. Like, no disrespect to Tinashe, but if you get my point, you get my point. Like, she giving me more Mandy Moore, less Christina Aguilera. And if you was around for that, you get what I'm saying. Like, they keep saying within the series she's an icon, and I'm just like, icon well, like, icon who? We get this scene of the lead Jocelyn doing choreography, and the whole scene was giving me like talent reality show, when, you know how you get a reality show and they try to like find a pop star and they like put a group together. Like, was y'all around for Eden's Crush? Like, am I just that old when like the WB had this reality show where they was trying to get girls from around the United States to make this girl group, and it was called Eden's Crush, and they was doing choreography, and baby, that's what this was giving me. This was giving me when all the little white girls was trying to do the Britney Spears choreography, and you would just look at them like they was crazy. Like, that's what it was very much giving me. I wasn't feeling it. Now, right off the top, I already know kind of what I'm getting into, because we got Sam Levinson, the same person that did Euphoria, which, if you've been around on my channel, you know I did one video on Euphoria, and I was like, y'all can go to hell in a handbasket. I was done. Now, I feel like Sam Levinson just need to go make an adult film. Like, go ahead and just like go do it. Go link up with like Bang Bros or something. Like, I mean, I don't know about that stuff, but you know what I mean. So right off the top, the series opens and we get Jocelyn in bed sleeping, and her assistant slash friend, her friend assistant, come wake her up. Baby, she wake up naked in a G-string. Why we need that? You know what? We don't need that, but men need that. This is a show that the main character is a woman, and it's supposed to be giving us her experience, but it's like for men, I feel like she is like half naked. We get a lot of her breasts, you know, and she say like random weird stuff that I feel like the creator was just like, I want to see a skinny blonde white girl do this, so I'm gonna just write this in. I want to see a skinny blonde white girl say this, I'm gonna just write this in. There's a scene when she meet Okay, let's just get, because I'm about to jump, but okay. She wakes up in the morning, she naked in her G-string. She had it all up her ass all night while she was tussling in the cover sleeping. And she wakes up and just immediately drinks coffee. Like, baby, you ain't brush your teeth. You just starting the day with the yuck mouth. Like, what? Like, y'all, okay, I'm not a coffee drinker. Like, I can't even stand the smell. So, is that something I'm missing? Like, do y'all wake up and not brush y'all teeth and just drink coffee? Like, y'all don't floss. Y'all don't use no Listerine. Y'all don't do nothing. Y'all just, like, gargle with the coffee. That was so disgusting for me. So, we get a scene of Jocelyn. You know what? I went to elementary school with a girl named Jocelyn. And I'm thinking about Jocelyn from Love and Hip Hop. So maybe that's why this name, it just ain't working for me. She need a stage name because I'm not feeling Jocelyn. Putting Jocelyn up in lights, I'm not feeling that name. But anyway, she have a photo shoot, right? And the photo shoot is so weird. It's all kind of stuff in the background, like a random bra. Like pills and stuff. I don't know what this was supposed to be given. You know how you do a photo shoot and there's like a theme? So it seems the theme for this photo shoot is like, I don't even want to say mental illness. It's like a mental insanity. Like, I don't know what this is giving me. This is very much giving me ID channel documentary on like, y'all. She doing a photo shoot and the photographer and whatever is telling her like, give me sexy, give me sad, but I felt like she was just giving like dead. Like she was giving mannequin. Like, yeah, she cried on cue, but the facial expression wasn't doing nothing for me. And I feel like that's pretty much the entirety of this first episode. Okay, so the lead actress is Lily Rose Depp, which I ain't never heard of till this series, but she Johnny Depp's daughter. And I don't know if she's ever acted in anything before. I can't recall ever seeing her, but she kind of just, I don't know. So she has a very just one note facial expression the entire movie. And maybe it's supposed to be like a coked out look. I don't know folks that do that, but the facial expression was very deadpan the whole time. And as she's having her photo shoot, right, she got a bunch of handlers all around her because I don't know, who don't know by now that celebrities have like 50, 100,000, people around them. You got somebody to like blow the fan so your hair, look like it's blowing in the wind. You got somebody to like clean your fingernails. Like it's a handler for everything. You got somebody to like pick out the yellow M&Ms and stuff like that. That's how it works, in celebrity land. So the people having a conversation and baby got a hospital wristband on. And the show is so terribly written and the narrative is so incohesive. You kind of got to just take out pieces of what people say to try to piece together what's happening. So what I deduce from piecing together the little jigsaw dialogue that we get is that Jocelyn had a mental breakdown because when you famous, you always got to have a mental breakdown and then you always got to, have a comeback. So that's what they done set up here. And the lady talking about the photo shoot with this guy and the guy's like, yo, should we be making mental illness sexy? And the lady is like, oh yeah, sexy, because if you're an average man, the only way you could ever hook up with a hot girl like Jocelyn is if she's mentally ill. And then she's so mentally effed in the head that then she'll do you because she can't really, consent if she was in her right mind. But if she out her mind, then she gonna consent. And that's every man's fantasy. What? 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 Yo, what the hell was the lady saying? Yeah. Okay. So what we also have going on is with all the handlers, and the only handler I really like, which we don't really get, they don't set up the characters well, but just from what we get, I just like the black girl. Read into that what you may, but that was the only one that I really was like, oh, I kind of like her. I kind of like her attitude. Like I like her style. Like I don't know, I just kind of liked her. But we got a situation. Because anytime you a pop star and anytime you're a celebrity, you know, it's a scandal that you got to deal with. You know, they giving us pretty much the whole formula, the 1, 2, 3 of, you know, being a pop star and being a celebrity. You know what I mean? As if like we don't already get that. But, you know, that they giving that to us in this series as like an exclusive little insight into Hollywood that we don't already know, even though we already know. But the scandal of the day is that a photo has leaked online that's like a selfie, and why old girl had to like imitate the selfie, I don't know, but it's a picture going around of Jocelyn with baby batter on her face. She got, you know, man oil on her face. You know, she got tartar sauce on her face. You know, she got fish dip on her face. You know, like that's the scandal, okay? And apparently it was a selfie, but somebody leaked it. And I thought if you take a selfie, like it's a selfie, so it's on your phone. But apparently she sent the selfie to somebody, and it wasn't even like a special somebody, because according to the free assistant, it's like a revolving door. Which, you know, okay, like so we adding that theme into the show of the over sexualized pop star, but like, you know, she being kind of exploited, but no, it ain't exploitation because she's sexually liberated. Yeah. And none of the handlers want to tell old girl what's going on. So every time she pop up and she like, what y'all talking about? What's going on? What's happening? Because, you know, she got to talk like this because, you know, she a knock off Britney Spears. So, you know, she got to put on the little baby voice. And, you know, you got to put a lot of little breath behind your voice when you talk because you a sexy, skinny white girl pop star. Yeah, that's how she talk. So nobody want to tell her what's happening. And we get a lot of weird conversation, right? Some lady from Vanity Fair comes and the handler's having a conversation and we talking about the picture, and one of the handlers are like, well, you know, back in my day, you know, I was, you know, drilling with a banana. Oh, I know, because I was the banana drilling you. And you know, like, it's just like very weird, unnatural conversations. Like, who talk like this? And apparently having the reporter around is like living in Jim Crow America, or, you know, I don't know what this lady was talking about. Baby, who wrote this? This writing is almost as bad. You know what? No, it ain't even almost as bad. The writing in The Idol is worse than the writing in 50 Shades of Grey. And if you know, you know. Now, another big issue that we are having is we want to spotlight the intimacy coordinator, right? And how we don't even want them in Hollywood. Like, get the off our photo shoot, intimacy coordinator. How dare you try to make sure that women don't get, you know, exploited in any kind of way. We don't need you here because, see, the blonde pop star girl, she's sexually liberated and she want to show her girls, you know? So this was stupid. They have a writer, which means they signed a contract saying no. But we mad and we trying to fight against it and trying to say, oh, so what are you trying to say? I can't control my female body. You know, it ain't my body, my choice. I can't put the girls out if I choose. Well, baby, if you sign a contract saying you not, then no, you can't. But they lock him in the bathroom because, like, how dare he enforce a contract that they signed, and how dare he try to look out for the well-being of women on the set, you know. So let's fast forward to the real debauchery, which is The Weeknd. And have I just never seen The Weeknd's face? His face look so creepy. Like, he look creepy. When I tell y'all, he was giving Vampire Next Door. Like, he was giving Fright Night. Like, if this ain't Dracula, I don't know who is. Tetris was pretty much, first of all, he was giving Predator, he was giving Creeper, and he was giving like, you know what Tetris looked like? Have y'all ever seen that movie, The Lost Boys, with Kiefer Sutherland with them vampires from the 80s? He very much, you could just like pluck Tetris out this film, out this TV show, and then put him into The Lost Boys, and he'll fit right in. Like, I don't know what decade Tetris think he living in, but he pretty much is giving me Denzel Washington in that scene in Malcolm X when he got that perm. First of all, don't trust no nigga with a perm. Just don't. But you know, she a white girl. Maybe she ain't hip to certain stuff. But girl, that's a perm, okay? And he was very much giving me Master Splinter. Like he looked like a villain from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, I don't know what he was doing, but you don't ever act again, baby. And this wasn't a good look. This wasn't a good look at all, in the slightest. No, take it back, put it back in the wrapper, ship it on back to the to the manufacturer, because this wasn't it. Now, this is why I also am like, okay, is she really an icon? Because we get a long ass scene of Jocelyn just being a white girl in a convertible. You know, I'm a sexy white girl and I'm skinny and I'm a pop star and this is how I move. And she gets to this club. She ain't got nan bodyguard in sight. Fans don't rush her. I don't never see Beyonce out without Julius. And if you're not, hip to it, Julius is Beyonce's long-time bodyguard. Like, I feel like he might have been around longer than damn Jay-Z. Like, he done been around. I do not see Miley Cyrus going into a club and just, that ain't giving me icon. That ain't giving me pop star. Pop star goes somewhere and it's like a Michael Jackson mob. That's what I consider a pop star and an icon. But hey, what do I know? Now we get in the club and Tetris is immediately looking at Jocelyn, and he was looking at her the way that like hyena look at antelope or something like that. He was very much giving me Creeper. And y'all, when I tell you they have the most unnatural dialogue ever. First of all, Tetris is on the microphone like, yeah, this the church for sinners and all the troubles is outside and, pump it up. And y'all, what club in 2023 is playing Like a Prayer? Now, granted, I ain't been in the club in like 10 years. Like, I ain't been in the club since like my mid-20s. But they playing Like a Prayer in the clubs? Maybe it's a LA thing, because I don't know nothing about that. So, Tetris is dancing with Jocelyn, who I'm a huge superstar. I'm an icon, which means I have access to like the richest, most talented, most beautiful men in the world, whether they're other famous men or whether they're just like non-famous, but like millionaires. Like, I could be dating a motherfucking prince or something, but she wanna date the black dude that looked like Count Dracula with a freaking perm. And like the perm start off on like a little puffy and then it go into the real skinny rat tip. I don't know what is going on. And then the way he dressed, first of all, he kind of giving me pimp vibes. Like, he looked like a scoundrel. Like, that's just how he looked. But they're dancing. And I done danced many a times in the club, but I ain't never heard people say, how could anyone not fall in love with you? Oh, I don't have any idea because I'm a blonde white girl and I'm skinny and I just look so good. Like, that literally, like, that's the dialogue. That's the conversation. Okay. Y'all, they have a conversation in the stairwell. They're like giggling and cackling when they hooking up in, what was that, the bathroom or something? I don't know, child. But like, they have the weirdest, oddest, most unnatural dialogue I've ever heard of in my life. And the show is confusing because it feels like it's kind of like a satire, but they taking themselves very seriously. So it's like, oh, so y'all not trying to be funny? Like, it's so weird. So Tetris with his taco meat out is telling Jocelyn, you fit perfectly in my arms, you skinny, coked out white bitch. Like who talk like this? Okay, ladies, please, have you ever met a man ever in life and after 5 seconds he be like, you fit perfectly in my arm? What are you talking about? Who are you talking to? Like, who talks like that? You get played talking like that? Like, I'm pretty sure ASAP said something much better to pull Rihanna. Like, Kevin Federline probably came better than that to pull Britney Spears. Like, it ain't no way you talk to the biggest icon, superstar, white girl in the world, and it's, how could anyone not fall in love with you? What? Sir, Master Splinter, sir. Okay, you know what? I'm not even finna F with Dracula. So, what happened next? Let me look at my notes. Oh, okay, the bar. So the friend assistant is at the bar. And this was very much, now this was the realest part of the whole show. This was the most enjoyable part of the whole show. Because baby tell the bartender, man, bitch, you give me some water. I'm not gonna call that lady that. She ain't say that. She just like, you know, can I have water? Because it's already been 7 minutes. And the bartender just walk on off. I'll be with you. Y'all, when I tell you, even the days when I was in the club, I hated going to the club. I was always that person that'd rather be at a house party. And one of the things I cannot stand is trying to get a drink at the damn bar. Oh my God. Bartenders be so rude. You be up there forever. Like, girl, can I just get a sex on the beach? Like, can I just get a screwdriver? Like, give me something simple. I'm not asking you to bedazzle and razzle a drink with fire, like, girl. And so she like, man, can I just get some water? Like, you can't just take some water and get a girl some water. Y'all, that was the realest part of the whole show. Because if you ever been in the club, you know it is like Hunger Games trying to get a damn drink at the bar. But while old girl is at the bar, there's like a weird guy in the background of the scene. Did y'all see him? He was very much looking like a unsub that Criminal Minds tracked down. He was creepy. And I wasn't really sure what was happening, and I kind of wasn't engaged enough to really care. But was he signaling the bartender? And Tetris owns the club. And they bring over a bunch of shots, right? And the friend assistant go from looking for Jocelyn to agreeing to dance with this guy that looked like Dennis Rodman and Cisco all mashed up together. Like, what is with the black men they got in this show? Like, they look so, first of all, what era are they from? Because they ain't from 2023. Like, where y'all find these black men at? Like, I am so confused. But it was very weird. It was very much giving me, did they do something to them people drinks? But we end up getting home, and I can't even get into this scene because I can't even say it on YouTube. But yeah, pretty much we just got a baseless scene with Jocelyn by herself in her room, doing like this to herself, and y'all just use your imagination or watch the show. So then we get to the next morning, and I'm saying like, damn, this is the longest fucking episode I've ever seen in my life. So we get to the next day. Jocelyn is having a conversation with the friend assistant about wanting to bring Tetris over. And this is why I say this show is definitely written by a man who ain't got a freaking clue how women talk. Like, women don't talk like this. So Jocelyn say, you know, Tetris reminds me of a criminal from SVU, and that's hot. No woman talks like that. Ain't no woman ever said that. Like, I don't don't care if you one of them women with like, 50 Shades of Grey fantasy or some kind of bondage fantasy or, like a power dynamic fantasy. Ain't no woman ever said, give me perk number 3 from the SVU episode 12. They ain't say that. And I can't use the R word, so I'm just trying to reference it in a way. But she pretty much said, yeah, he was giving me R word vibes, and that's hot. No, nobody ever said that. They haven't. Now we get to Tetris coming over to the house. Baby, when I tell y'all, the only way this show gonna get good is if it turns out that Tetris really is Dracula. They open the gate for Tetris to get in. Why was he just walking? Now, we saw the guy from Live Nation pull up to the gate in a car. Tetris pull up to the gate and he walking. When I tell y'all the way he was dressed, the coat, the black, the slick back perm, all they needed in this scene was some smoke and fog on the ground. Because baby, if that ain't Dracula, I don't know what is. He is very much, and then we have a scene with him in the mirror by himself, like practicing talking. It was very much giving me like I gotta pretend to be human because I'm really, a vampire. And one thing I'm just not really into is shock content, like content just for shock. Like you can give me edgy, you can give me, crossing some boundaries, you can give me something risque, but make it fulfilling, make it entertaining, like make it actually compelling TV. But one thing that I'm just not a fan of, I've just never been a fan of sex scenes. It feels so useless most of the time. Assault scenes, like it's just useless because you don't really need it for the plot point of the story. And we pretty much get a scene here that I'm just like, y'all just want it to be disturbing. Like y'all just wanted for Twitter to be outraged and talk about y'all little show. Like if Sam Levinson just don't go make an adult film, like bro, just do it. Just do it. Y'all, I can't. But I guess he said y'all was mad he was sexualizing teenagers on Euphoria. Now y'all done gave him grown ass adults and he finna just motherfucking go wild, okay? I forgot to mention when Tetris gets to the house and he by himself and he waiting for Jocelyn, why he make himself a drink? And that really irks me. Like, excuse you, like don't walk up in my house and just help yourself to a drink. You wait for the host to offer you a drink. That bugged me so bad. But it's a difference between something being sexy and something just being sexual. The show ain't sexy, it ain't risque, it's just sexual. But no. And I also feel like the thing that bugs me the most in the show, it's a lot that's honestly kind of just offensive. But that don't even really bother me because whatever. The thing that bothers me the most with this show is how boring. Like it is literally like I can't even say it's like a bad show. It's just boring. The show is literally like it's unseasoned chicken. It's unsalted boiling water. Like it is so drab and bland. Like this is so, y'all, this gotta be as bland as the food that like white folk was eating during like the 50s. And if you ever seen them shows, like this show is literal, but like I'd rather watch paint dry. Like it's boring. Like it's not even, I can't even say it's bad because it's just boring. Like we just literally, okay, so basically we spend the entirety of the show watching this skinny icon pop blonde girl show her breasts and be half naked and never wear a bra and Then we introduce the Black Count Dracula, and that's the show. Like literally, you can do that little 5-second recap. That's the show. Nothing happens. It's a bunch of asinine dialogue. You have no idea what anybody is talking about. We just start in the middle because we don't know, like, she had a breakdown, like she on the out, and then her friend makes mention of this song being different than her other stuff. It is? Like, this is very much they just telling us stuff. They're not really showing the audience. We're not really getting an actual story. We just got people telling us stuff, and we just like, okay, we'll take our word for it. But I'm glad I live under a rock and be missing stuff like this. And it's not even, honestly, it's not terrible. Like, in my opinion, it's not the worst thing I've ever sat through. Like, it's some stuff I sit through that I'd be like, oh God. But it was just boring. Like, really, that's just it. Like, you ever eat a meal and it don't even taste bad? It just need a little flavor? That's this show. Like, I could eat the meal. I could get it down with like a really good drink, washing it down. But y'all got to get back in the kitchen. And y'all got to call on the spirit of some Black ancestors to season the shot of this food because it ain't working right now. This show is just the epitome of trying too hard. And I don't know why The Weeknd decided to be a part of this project. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know why Lily Rose decided to be here. Like, I can't. Now, the scene at the end, okay, so at the end of the episode when Tetris is like in here with Jocelyn and she playing him his song and he's like, y'all, he taking off her shoes and putting his glass on her. He was making my skin crawl. Like, he is so, and like, I don't know. And I feel like I like The Weeknd's music. I've never thought that he was like, but he's giving me like, creeper vibes, which, hey, look, that's the character. But just like his face, like, you ever see an attractive actor play like a creep and you still kind of like, oh, no, I'm like, bro, get away. But this is such a game. Like, I just feel like he's a predator because the way he's talking to her, okay, so she's playing the song, that her first single, and he's pretty much like, oh, I love it or whatever. But then he's telling her that he don't believe the vocal performance, and it's very much giving me playing games. It's very much giving me, oh, I'm gonna give her, a little honesty so she think I'm being real with her, like, I don't know, like you playing her, like you playing a game. It's very much giving me the tactic of when men give a woman like a backhanded compliment, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretending to compliment you, but it's actually an insult, and it's going to like draw you to me. He's so skeevy. Just, he disgusting. Like, he is literally the walking epitome of when you have like a film on your skin and you need to take a shower. Like, he is just, I don't like Tetris. I don't like him. He's disgusting. And I just don't understand. I feel like they needed a character. The character can be everything that this character is, but we needed an actor that actually was attractive and had charisma so that it is believable that you can get a woman of this status under your spell. Like, I'm not buying it. And also this scene with them, and this is why I was saying it's a difference between sexy and sexual. Nothing like this scene is very much like, oh yeah, you're putting the glass on her and you're saying, oh, you think I don't know how to duck? Nothing about about this scene is sexy. There is no chemistry. This is pretty much like the equivalent of watching two pencils make out. Like the scene ain't given what Lily Rose and Abel think they were given, baby. Y'all not giving it. Y'all not. It's not. Like nothing about the scene is erotic, which is presumably what they were going for. It's just no, it's not there. It's not there. Now, the most disturbing part. Okay, so Tetris puts like her robe over her face and ties the little thing around her neck and everything, right? And why he pull out a knife? But when I tell my nigga, why did you come to my house with a knife? We ain't carving jack-o'-lanterns. Like, why did you bring a knife? Oh, hell no. Like, it is no, y'all, it's no, this is so unreal. This is so unnatural. There's no way on God's green earth in the year 2023 of our Lord and Savior Beyonce that a guy is pulling up to your house and you just cool when he pulls out a motherfucking pocket knife. Hell no. Hell no. No. It's a lot of little bag of tricks. You can come to somebody's house for, a little sexy date, but a knife should not be in that bag. Child, the way, these folks is, you can pull out some handcuffs, you know what I'm saying? You can pull out a bullet, I don't know about that stuff, but I'm just saying, you don't pull out a knife. Like, you don't pull, y'all, and I don't mean like a bullet for a gun. I mean like a bullet, like if you know, but I don't know about that. But you do not pull, like, you can pull out some whipped cream, you can pull out some hot sauce, you can pull out some syrup, some strawberries. You do not pull out a motherfucking knife. My nigga, yo, who, this why, see, I couldn't be an actress, because I'll be on set like, y'all, this ain't real. Like, people don't do this. You are not pulling up to a girl's house with a motherfucking knife. You're not doing. Why is Dracula walking around the streets of LA with a pocket knife? Get the fuck out of here. The way I laughed, y'all, I can't. Yo, parental advisory necessary. Okay, we are exploring adult themes and adult language, and there's a vampire, and there's a knife, and there's a coked out white girl. Enter at your own risk. Thank you so much for watching this video, for supporting the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.